everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to the fuck. Har Har Podcast.
Hey, I'm still chroming out too.
Yeah, you are weird.
Nice.
All right,
I'll be in the dark void today. I enjoy it.
Yeah, it looks like you're so.
You're not entirely wrong.
I know, I'm hilarious.
I'm sad. All right, how's it going, Dev? What's going on?
I am under the weather still. If you couldn't tell, last night I was in better shape yesterday than I was today due to the fact of yesterday. My voice is definitely shot a little bit more compared to yesterday. So like on Wednesday I got up, horrible cold, still dealing with it. Like I had to leave work early. I got home from work and I just literally passed out on the couch. It was great. And I went to bed. Yesterday felt great. Dayquil helps out a lot, or store brand version. Cold medicine, day cold medicine, and then sleeping with some night cold medicine really works. But exuding a lot of energy and yelling and having a lot of energy like through your voice and yelling really breaks down all that all the positives you've built up from it. So my voice is a little shot, so if today's show's a little bit shorter, I'm sorry.
Oh no, shorter show? It's okay, that happens sometimes. My apologies. It's okay. I've been kind of tired. Like last night's show, I wasn't completely there. I was pretty damn exhausted. Only because work lately at the portrait studio has been like kind of mentally taxing at most, but today was physically taxing because it was newborn photo day, and apparently a lot of people in California have decided, hey, let's have babies. So I had a lot of appointments for newborn babies today, but it's just a lot of work. And yesterday while I was sitting there, like I got home from work and I was like, oh God, I just want to pass out and go to sleep. Message starts, all right, we're starting the show soon. All right, let's go. Let's pretend to be energized.
Hey man, yesterday's show was great. Yeah, and my voice is really shot today. Last night was fun, so.
Can you lower my camera just a tiny bit so my head stops cropping out?
I should be able to do that, right? No,
okay, I think so. I'm hoping so. Just a itty bit. Yeah. Oh. Definitely. Last night was definitely fun. Yes.
There we go.
Welcome to my life in general, Dragon, where I really just genuinely can't type. Welcome to that good old edumacations.
Yeah, the edumacations. That's what we can blame, right? Dude,
So,
God, I feel like I sound like shit right now.
Well, maybe because you do sound like shit. I'm just kidding. You don't really sound like shit. See, right now, if you were a vocalist, it would be a great time to sing bass notes. Exactly. But good thing you're not a vocalist, because that wasn't very good.
Thanks. No, the big thing is, like, I counter that with Brendan Urie, because I've heard this man sing with 103-degree fever all the way through Bohemian Rhapsody without missing a beat. So, we are not doing a duet on Twitch Sings. Never.
Aww. I mean, I'm
Not
still
with
waiting
me.
for Jay to do his damn Twitch Sings homework from however long ago it was.
I'm still trying to figure out when I could potentially even play Fortnite without hating all of life.
Yeah, as an ASMR version, yeah.
Dude, they've made that game so much worse over time that it's made me, like, regret not doing it sooner. Because every time I'm like, hey, maybe this next update will be a good time to jump into it and do it. No. Ugh,
They
no.
brought next. They brought this. They brought that. See, for me, if I was to be tortured by having to do ASMR Fortnite, I would go in there knowing that I'm not going to win and just try to fuck around while going, all right, well, there's a mech over there and I'm going to take it out.
The problem is,
die.
Playing games that I hate makes me angry. And I hate that game.
So would we like imply a punishment where every time you peak your mic, you have to like add more time of ASMR to what you're playing?
More than likely, and I don't know if I can do that. It'd be there forever.
Yeah, it'd be another 24-hour stream of you just like like 24 hours later after you've broken every mic but are still being forced to play. Like,
I won't break a mic. I've never broken a mic.
True. You've broken every mouse. How about that?
I have only broken one mouse, and I've only broken an audio port into one mic. And that was drunk, not anger.
That was funny. That's what that was. I'm interested in this story. Why isn't Dragon on the show today? I'm just kidding. But like, gonna go see Jay tomorrow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. No, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'd like to see Friends. Finally, I got to add Jay and his lady friends on Facebook. They searched me out and they found me. Because I didn't do a damn thing. I'm not looking for people.
My thing is like occasionally, I've sent so many accidental friend requests, by the way, because of Facebook. I hate their fucking suggested friends. I hate them. Because there are times, and that I don't mean to send a friend request because I don't know the person very well, and I feel like it would be awkward if I sent the friend request, right? That I've ended up sending a friend request because, like, hey, this person is a suggested friend. And I'm like, oh, they sent me a friend request. Is what my brain thinks when I first see it. No, it's, do you want to send a friend request? Oh, here you go, send the friend request. I'm like, no, that's not what I want to do. It looks awkward as fuck when I do it.
You don't think it's awkward when someone sends you a friend request? Only when you send them out to others?
Yes.
All right. That's a low impression of yourself there, Dev.
No, it's not. It's social anxiety.
No, I getcha. Yeah, I don't really worry about that since I don't really social media at all. Like, every time I tweet something, that's probably the only form of social media that I've sent out in probably a month. And it's because I was sitting there thinking, I should probably send something to somebody to let them know I'm alive.
See, mine is more that, like, I don't really use Facebook, all right? If I end up using Facebook, it's more because something happened that I need to. Like, Facebook Messenger is a way to reach some of my friends easier. But I hate Facebook. Like, just genuinely, I hate how Facebook is. I really do. Like, today I went on there and it's just a goddamn fucking tunnel of sound for whatever side or of one thing or another is on there. And it's annoying. And then there's a whole bunch of videos for like Ray William Johnson and stuff like that on there. And it's just like, okay, I'm gone. Bye.
You should change your likes. Go looking around. Find some new things for the algorithm to show you. Then maybe you'll enjoy it a little bit more.
Yeah, but then I have to go unlike everything I've liked. Like, the problem too is, I've had this Facebook since I was in fucking high school.
That's true, and it's real hard to unlike your liked pages.
It is! Well, you probably have over like 300.
I mean, you sort through your friends list, right? I do that all the time.
Not anymore! I gave up after a certain point. Like, whoever's on there at this point, if they unfriend me, whatever. If they're there, cool, whatever. I'm not on here enough to care anymore. Like, Twitter, on the other hand, I'll go through my Twitter and see who I'm following and why I was following them and stuff like that and try to remember if I wasn't. So, it's just, I don't know. I hate Facebook's algorithm because it's just like, I go on there and just see shit that pisses me off and stuff. I don't know.
I love seeing like videos on Facebook, like sponsored videos that look like they're supposed to be live streamed. Like they have the number with the eye on it that's like, this is how many people are watching this video, but it's just an overlay that they've thrown on top of like a cell phone video. It's like, ah, Jesus, that's so dumb.
Dude, and two, like, I don't really care for Facebook live streaming anyways. It's a little weird. I know there's some gamers on there that do it, like Stone Mountain and Miss May. And more credit for you if you pull it off on that platform. This is a unique platform to be on. If you're one of the bigger names on there, good. That's awesome for like your potential right there. For me personally, I just don't like how it is. It's not the format I'm used to, which is part of the problem too. Because why is everyone on Twitch? Because of that. I mean, mind you, Twitch isn't all that great right now, anyways, in some ways. So, well, they did do something this week.
Did they?
They banned someone.
Oh, I heard about that. Who was he and what did he do? I'd like to know deets. She. My apologies.
It was Amaranth.
Oh, they banned Amaranth. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yes.
It took them like 2 days, but they did it.
Twitch Fails was very happy that day.
I watched Streamers Reloaded, so. Which is just a breakdown of like Twitch gossip stuff, which I know some of it doesn't really fucking matter, but it's entertaining to like kind of know what's going on in the sphere, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I keep up to date. I don't really watch Twitch Fails.
No worries. But yeah, I don't know. Like, that's an interesting predicament to find yourself in as like a Twitch moderator who has to decide if they have to ban Amaranth for that. Like,
I mean, I'm pretty sure it was on purpose.
Do you really?
Did you not know she created a new tier on her Patreon right after?
I did not.
Which I believe, and my information was correct from my memory, from what I was told, that it's a more exclusive, fun content kind of thing.
Yes. I see. Okay. Fun. I was about to say, I thought it was funny because she was sitting there adjusting up here without noticing anything else.
Oh, even if she wasn't doing that tomorrow, like afterwards, I still think she noticed and just didn't care. Like, Twitch is Twitch.
I mean, yes, true, but like now I'm asking, when you're going without underwear on, Dev, do you notice when your stuff is hanging out of your shorts? Like,
yeah, because I know how to sit without my shit sticking out. I'm actually very self-conscious of that shit happening. So like, fun fact, there's a good chance people have seen me walking around and just do a quick like hand across my leg like this, but in reality I'm going all the way across and checking to make sure my fly's not fucking down. Like, I'm just very self-conscious about that shit because it's like, and this isn't me like being self-conscious of like myself, it's more that I just don't need people to see me exposed. So I'm going to make sure I'm not accidentally exposing myself or purposely accidentally. And again, this is just my inflection. It's just my opinion. If I'm wrong, I'm fucking wrong, whatever. But from what I've seen, it's what it looks like, right? I don't know. It's silly. It's Twitch, whatever. It's gonna go away in a day.
That's true. Yeah, no one's gonna know. We're gonna hear an article from Detexo or whatever about some other Twitch streamer who's been banned. Which, that's what I thought you were like. There's one of those messages every other day from like, this Twitch streamer was banned for this, and this Twitch streamer was banned for that.
Personally, that's why I just watch Streamers Reloaded, because like they go over bans, but they also go over other news, and it just makes more sense to just get it in a weekly video format rather than. Hey, there's like 600 articles a day. Here you go. Have fun. I'd rather just watch a 10-minute video. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, how else are those advertising companies or those like news article companies supposed to get money without having 600 articles a day to get that ad revenue in, you know?
Just upload on YouTube, right? Ad revenue is great over here, right?
Totally. That's why we are totally getting paid on YouTube right now.
God, I hate YouTube too.
We just hate everything. You need your own website where you can have your own platform and do whatever you want.
If this was 2006, that would work.
You could do it now too, maybe. Become the next Rooster Teeth.
I hate you. Because that's like, that's, I'm Paul Blart segueing into the next part now.
Okay.
So, not wacky news, just news that I felt like we could cover because myself, Steven, we're both Rooster Teeth fans. Plenty of people who've been on this show who are Rooster Teeth fans. So I felt that hearing this news would be news that we should cover. Warner Media's Rooster Teeth, which is weird to say that that's what it's called now.
Yeah, now that they're partnered with Warner Media.
Yeah, 13% of staff laying off about 50 people.
50 people. Which, tragic. I'm not sure how I feel about it, in complete honesty, because business is business, and there's plenty of reasons why this could have happened.
Yes.
And sure, it sucks that 50 of these people, and especially 50, some of these people we know because they've been on camera many times, and but it's just how this kind of stuff works, especially in the entertainment industry. I like. It seems to me like, sure, they're staffers, but a lot of this kind of feels like they originally could have been hired as contractors who became staffers, and then who knows? Turns out they actually didn't have the room to keep them. So,
yes, and I agree with that, but at the same time, the problem with it is that, like, Rooster Teeth was looked at as the pinnacle of online entertainment. This is what you want to be kind of thing if you do this. And slowly over the last couple of years hasn't been that to people. It's slowly losing the grace of people.
I think what's happening is just, well, I don't really entirely know, I'll be honest. Another thing I also just noticed is the screen for us is a little small, so you can see the edges of the browser on the edges of the stream. But, yeah, it's very...
The bottom of the thing isn't as big as it should be?
Yeah, it just needs to be stretched a little tiny bit in the corner. But, I forgot where I was going. Right there looks fine to me. But where was I going with that? Like, the only thing that this really screams to me is that ultimately they needed to have better management in the beginning. Like, what happened is they probably hired some people who weren't quite doing what they needed in the amount of time, so they hired a couple others, and they learned that with the money that they were making while partnered with Warner Media, that they're like, well, now we're like, it's a real place with a real job. Now they have all these people who are like part of the entertainment industry telling, like, breathing them their necks on what has to happen. So, like,
well, and a lot of people have said that, like, Rooster Teeth has definitely shifted a lot since being picked up by Warner.
Yeah.
And you could see it given, like, you could see it just watching the Rooster Teeth channel on YouTube. Because they went from being, like, uploading every day, exclusive content, stuff like that, really cool stuff every single day. You had, like, RT Life, you had RT Shorts, you had all that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for a while there, it was kind of just ads. Because Ruby wasn't uploaded over there anymore.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Wasn't over there anymore.
All the live videos were just them advertising their merch or their videos, or
and then podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. And they got called out on it, and that's why Chad took over doing that stuff. And yeah, they've changed that back to being more similar to what they used to do. And some of it's all right, some of it's kind of just like, eh.
Yeah, sometimes it seems like the videos they make are just like, we have to make a video this week. What's going to happen? I can grab a camera, and I can grab a camera, and we can go fuck around somewhere. That works out. We'll make something out of this.
Yeah. Which, I mean, yeah, that's a video, but when you're fucking Rooster Teeth and you're kind of held to a different standard than the rest of the internet right now, not great. Because also, like, during this time, we found out about the crunch that was going on in Rooster Teeth animation.
The animation.
Which isn't good. We found out about, like, what else was there? There was the whole, like, side note Vic thing that happened, and him being Crow was a big deal. They let him go, and, like, since then there's been just a, like, in the Ruby community, there's a huge, like, rift about the Vic stuff, which has affected Rooster Teeth. And the changes to first member stuff, like they're changing the prices here soon. Like it's getting boosted up to like $20 for like 3 months now, or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it is, but like the price that I pay is going to be upped, and I'm like, okay, fuck, is it worth it anymore? Because like I love supporting Achievement Hunter. I watch like almost all of Achievement Hunter's content. I go on and check out their new pilots, see what those new shows are, because I like new shows. But like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that, because I don't know if it's gonna be worth paying for that. And like, I'm pretty sure most of this stuff ends up on Verve, potentially for Achievement Hunter. I'll have to look into it, but if it is, then I'm just gonna use Verve. Because I have Verve for anime, so what's the point? Why the fuck is there an ad playing? Fuck you, Circle K.
So now we just have chill hop visual. Oh, never mind. It went back to normal.
Yeah. And then like the fact that like the new game they launched,
Vicious Circle, I think it was.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
You wanna know how bad that went?
Pretty poorly. Like that game did not look very interesting to me at all.
Do you want to guess peak players?
Like peak players.
Yeah, all-time peak so far.
I'm gonna, let's see, 1 second. I'm gonna because I don't know streaming numbers on normal videos, so I'm gonna quickly look up what the highest thing is. Peak is okay. That puts it in perspective. I'm gonna guess about 500 players.
You're a little high, but not far off.
Okay.
I think it's around like 386, 384, around there. Not good for a game. So like after launch to have peak of 300 something. And part of it's also how they advertised it. Like they advertised it like loosely to the like their audience, but like for outside of that as a gamer, I didn't see much of anything.
And I didn't like, what was the whole idea behind the game in the first place? Like, what made them think that an uncooperative, cooperative game was what the world wanted? Like,
I mean, it's a unique take, and like, it could have been a good like first week game. And it could be it would be a fun, in my opinion, it could be a fun, like hardcore game night style game.
I could see that, yeah.
But like,
just like, I don't know what it was. It was either like the animation style or like the character development, but something along the whole design of Vicious Circle just didn't work out for me as a player. Like, I just had no interest. And even when I watched like the Rooster Teeth playthrough of it, I watched Achievement Hunter's playthrough of it, and like, I just wasn't entertaining to me. Like, they're like, oh, look at all this stuff we're doing, and I'm like, this doesn't look that fun.
yeah, I didn't even watch any of the gameplay because I just like I saw it all, and I'm like, when it comes out on lunch, and if it's entertaining, maybe I'll get it. But like, I don't even need to see more because I don't think it's going to be very entertaining. From what I've been told, I'm kind of right. I think like last time I saw it, concurrent players was at like 12. Yeah.
So they're just playing the same people over and over and over again?
Yeah,
There's no loading lobbies because every lobby is the same people.
The lobbies are apparently still awful. Because there's not enough people to go in, so like, if you're just on your own, good luck. But like, it's just, there's a lot of stuff happening, and it's just kind of like, You had like the death of Sugar Pine 7.
I mean, I never watched them, so it wasn't a tragedy to me at all.
Fair, but like they were they were a big enough group, you know what I mean? You had right before like a few years back, you had the death of Creature Hub, which on Creature Hub more than Rooster Teeth, but like being bought by Rooster Teeth I think didn't help. Because then you had Cow Chop form during that, which I think Cow Chop is still falling right now. And it's just like you see a lot of channels in their bubble right now falling apart. You see them absorbing like Machinima and then getting rid of the back catalog of Machinima, which, as someone who used to watch early Machinima videos, dude, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's how some people made their careers on YouTube.
I mean, like, all of this to me seems like it's hard because I could see some of the inner workings behind this stuff. Like, sure, they got rid of all the back catalog of Machinima, probably because there was legal problems between the old owners and the new owners, where the old owners didn't want any of the content that was created under their development seen as somebody else's content, and they wanted to have the rights to like saying that yes, I made this. So like maybe they legally couldn't,
because the old Machinima guys uploaded it for someone else. Pretty much is how Machinima worked.
So yeah, I mean, honestly, there could be a whole bunch of different reasons behind all of this. Because these people, Rooster Teeth is now like I said, like a real business, where like other independent companies that do YouTube stuff like Mythical Entertainment or I don't know, Click or whatever the Logan Paul group is, like they're all like big popular groups, and sure, maybe they have people that they hire to do their videos, but they're not like an actual production company. Which is what Rooster Teeth has kind of become. They're like an online production company.
Well, the problem is then their content isn't as quality as it should be.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's be honest. If really I'm on Rooster Teeth for maybe 2 of their channels right now, and occasionally splurging with some of the others, I'll admit, 3 of them, honestly, if we count Inside and Funhouse as separate. And then I occasionally check out JT Music when they have new stuff, and it's like a video related to a game that I've already played or like I'm going to play or something like that. I'll check that out. And then Achievement Hunter. I don't really watch anything else anymore. Oh, well, now Kind of Funny as well, I guess. Do they still count as owned as Rooster Teeth? I don't know, because I know Game Attack was, but they still... Doesn't Game Attack still upload on there?
Yes.
I gotta double check that. Hold on.
I have no idea, man.
Channels.
Like, with Rooster Teeth, I kept it very simple for me. It was either just Achievement Hunter, or now it's Inside Gaming. Sometimes I watch the actual Rooster Teeth channel itself, but like that, I don't really watch anything else on there. Like,
well, see, I used to watch Cow Chop a lot because they split off from Creature Hub, which is one of the first channels group channels I got into. Yeah, Kind of Funny still on there, okay, but Game Attack isn't. So I think Game Attack got their way out from what it looks like, which is cool. Cool for Greg and everything. Or for Craig. Sorry. It's cool. But like, it's just there's so much to go through on there now, too. But there's such a vast quantity of stuff that, like, yeah, if you narrow down to certain things, like me, Achievement Hunter, Funhouse, Inside Gaming, on here. If I'm watching Kind of Funny, odds are I'm probably watching it on YouTube. Because if I'm watching it on I'm watching their in review series. I just got through X-Men in review. Still watching because they're still going through Harry Potter review. So they're on Deathly Hallows Part 1 now. So they'll go over that this week. And so I'm watching on YouTube because I can minimize the video and put it in the bottom corner of my screen and do other stuff on the YouTube browser. While on the Rooster Teeth app, I can't do that. I can't play my video and do other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of annoying, personally. Like,
okay.
So they're losing me there, at least, with kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
But like the only reason I'm still like even doing stuff is because Achievement Hunter and Funhouse / Inside Gaming, and even Inside Gaming, I'm watching the Inside Gaming videos. I'm watching on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like Funhouse, I'm also probably watching Filmhouse on YouTube. Really, the only stuff I'm watching on there anymore is Achievement Hunter on the Rooster Teeth site.
Mm-hmm. That's because all their Prime shows and stuff that they do, you can't watch on YouTube.
Yeah, and I also like being able to just watch it early with them, you know? Because for me, it's good because their content stuff that I'm not going to have on while I'm driving, you know what I mean? Like,
okay.
Because the other stuff is usually going to be background stuff that I have up, like Inside Gaming I can have up as I drive, as they talk about like the gaming news. In Review I can have up as I'm driving because it's a podcast and I can listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
Filmhouse, same thing.
Yeah, Filmhouse I only listen to while driving, so.
Achievement Hunter is a visual thing for me. I've got to be watching Achievement Hunter if I'm going to do it. It's not really background stuff for me.
Mm-hmm.
So having, like, it's worth paying a little bit extra, and because I want to watch, you know, Achievement Hunter and stuff like that. But I hate now that I'm questioning it, you know? I don't know.
Is it really worth it? Is it real?
Yeah, dude, I hate questioning that because I've supported Rooster Teeth for a long time. You know? Been a fan of their content for years. This is before I really knew you.
Yeah, I get you. Like, when I think of Rooster Teeth, for me, it all started with Red versus Blue, and I'm sure with a lot of people, that's all what it started with. But I fell out of Rooster Teeth for a long time. Like, in all honesty, I didn't know who like Gus and Bernie were until like the last couple of years, because like maybe 2 years ago at most, because I never watched anything other than Red versus Blue. So I was like, okay, I know these voices, but I don't know these people behind the voices. So like, when it comes to me and all these things, like I just see it as like, this is something that they kind of had to do for business sakes. Like they have too much money going here instead of here, and they're paying too much repairs and stuff. Like I guarantee, like, how often do you see Achievement Hunter break stuff?
Quite a bit.
Okay. Because I know they've toned it down quite a lot from what they used to do. Like, there's a lot of stuff that they don't do anymore, and it's probably because they have a budget of like put upon them. So.
I mean, yes, and I mean that's part of it, but at the same time, they're still breaking shit like the roof tiles and stuff because they throw shit around the room.
Notice how those haven't been repaired in any of the videos. Like they're all just missing now. Like I'm sure John Mace
like. Yeah, they should be missing because they keep breaking them. Why replace them?
Yeah, I'm sure John Mace would love to have all of those filled in, but because they keep breaking, it's too expensive to keep replacing.
Or like those hanging lights that they used to have. Those are gone.
Oh yeah,
those are completely gone.
Orbs. Yeah, those were cool.
Yeah, broke the shit out of them
because they had to throw moonballs.
And I like the moonball content. Moonballs are cool. Like.
I wonder what they wrapped their mixer in so they stopped breaking it.
They got a new mixer that's not going to break. It doesn't need a fuse, so it doesn't break.
Okay,
they got a mixer that's similar to like a Go XLR style, where it's just compact. It doesn't break easily.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know,
except for their GTA wheelless video where... No, it was the car bingo, I think, where their mixer failed. I don't know.
Yeah, car bingo where it failed. Just randomly.
That was funny how they edited it, though. Could you imagine? That video was 40 minutes long, and they lost, like, 40 minutes of audio. Like, Jesus Christ.
It would have been a good, like, 3-parter.
Mm-hmm.
But nope. It's not.
All right. I'll be honest, I think we kind of dwelled on Rooster Teeth a little long here.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't mean to do it that long.
Okay. I can change this off of okay. So you know how you have like moments of like, yeah, if it can happen, it does happen.
Yes.
I kind of had one of those moments the other day, but it wasn't like, it was weird. It was Tuesday. It was my only day off this week. And I was I was taking a shower. It was after I had like done all of my laundry. I cleaned off the back patio, which has just been covered in like redwood leaves falling because it's starting to change season. So like our back patio's been covered.
They're so beautiful.
It's beautiful out here, yeah. But like our back patio's been covered in like boxes and some other junk. So I cleaned out the back patio, and I was like filthy disgusting. And I had taken a shower, and it felt good. I finally felt nice and relaxed, and I was like, a hard day of work, nice peaceful shower. All I need to do now is get out of the shower and have a good rest of my day. And as I was getting out of the shower, I stubbed my toe on the railing of the sliding glass door that my shower has, to the point where I split open my toe. Yeah, it definitely it was quite a very painful experience. The toe's not broken, and so far I still have the toenail, but like there's definitely just a line down the front of my toe because of how hard I smashed it into the little railing. And oh god, it was like night and day, my emotions. It was like somebody flipped a switch, and I was like, so peaceful, so serene, so like,
welcome to me, like most of the time.
Yeah, it was maybe not the most painful thing I've experienced, but it's definitely up there as one of the more painful things that I've done to myself. So like, and I would show the camera, but I'm pretty sure showing your bare feet on stream is and
I don't want to see
bad.
that because it's you shouldn't be showing blood and stuff like that. Don't you fucking dare.
I actually couldn't. I'll be completely honest with you, because work with the newborns today was murder. I spent a lot of time kneeling. So like just on both my legs, kneeling down, getting to the level of a baby who's sitting on a beanbag chair. And I was just like, I'm all the way down here taking these pictures all day long today, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., just on my knees like a woman working the street. And that was a really bad joke. I was expecting something, but you didn't give me anything.
I'm just gonna ignore it.
I was about to say, yeah, if it was anyone of the other, if we had one or other person, they would have reacted, and I would have gotten the glory I wanted. But no, but now I have a real hard time straightening out my leg because my knees hurt. Anytime I stand up, there's just this aching, and it's just I feel so old. It's because I'm fat and put a lot of weight on my knees, but I feel old.
Jokingly, all I wanted to say was bitch, moan. My knees hurt all the time because I'm working a lot and, crouching down, picking stuff up, getting back up, all this stuff.
Yeah, lifting boxes and putting them on shelves and shit.
Well,
yeah,
no, I'm
work.
also, on, my knee, it's saying it's just an easy lineup for a joke. I'm on my knees, because I need to get stuff on the bottom shelves as well. And I'm sitting there, right knee on the ground, tagging a bunch of boxes, digging my knee into the ground for a whole bunch of time. Same with loading up the milk, stuff like that. It's annoying and it breaks my legs. So, bitch, moan.
We're old people, yes.
No, we're
God.
not.
When I was jokingly gonna lift up my leg, but as soon as I straightened up my foot, just a shot of pain went from my knee up to my thigh, and I was like, oh, okay, nope, not gonna lift up my leg today. So yeah, work has been crazy. My legs hurt, and I stubbed my toe to the point of bleeding. So it's been quite some time. quite a week.
Yeah. It's been a weird week because, like, at work, like, it's been crazy at work today too. Like this week too. So it's just trying to keep up with stuff. It's tough. So I don't even know. I can't even talk about work right now. I don't want to.
Just don't want to. You're home. You gotta stay off topic.
Yes,
Not
I gotta stay off the work topic right now.
Okay. So what else do we got to talk about?
I had something else I thought, but I don't remember now.
I broke my toilet seat because I'm a fat ass.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, it's not literally that bad. Like, it's just that I had on your toilet seat. I sat down and apparently I twisted wrong or something, and one of the hinges snapped. So now the toilet seat slides off anytime you sit on it. So
I hate when toilets do that.
Yeah, it's been annoying. It's been broken since Tuesday. I have the toilet seat coming in, but it was literally I sat down half asleep and then crunch slide and I almost fell off the toilet and I was like, I'm not this fat.
Fair. I do have something else that I could do real quick. That's gonna be a fun gag for you.
What's that?
Remember to edit podcast. Sticky notes.
I see it.
Just so I can remember to edit the podcast since I have Fridays off now.
Have I shown you my little reminder system?
I don't want to see it. It's probably awful.
It's not that bad, believe it or not. And I can show you real easy. Hang on, give me 1 second.
Jesus Christ, here we go.
All right, here we go. Got the camera. Hi, camera. Hi. Okay, so it starts off with the top of my computer, where every single day of the week, day 1, Sunday, there's Critical Casual and Sea of Thieves. Day 2, there's Resident Evil. Day 3,
Casual isn't Sunday anymore.
I know, I haven't changed it yet. Like, there's all of this for every day of the week, and then there's my walls of to-dos and to-das. And then the applications, where I put up more things that I need to do. So I literally have it staring at me all day, every day, to remind me to do this stuff, and then I still don't do some of this stuff. So.
Also, it's funny seeing the black void in your room, like as you move the camera around, just randomly in there. Just there's blackness, and then there's room. Yeah. Speaking of other stuff, I can't wait for TwitchCon. Did you see who's performing at the party?
No, I did not.
182. Second time I get to see him.
Nice. I've never seen Blink 182. Nice.
I wish I got to see him earlier because after one of their members left to chase aliens. But I'm okay with it.
Like, oddly enough, if I had I don't know, if there was a band that I really wanted to see live, I don't know what band I would choose because I don't really listen to music anymore. Like, don't get me wrong, I listen to music, but like mostly it's podcasts and audiobooks because the music I listen to isn't really on the radios. So,
music I listen to is on the radio. Panic at the Disco.
I was about to say I might go to a Panic at the Disco concert, maybe, but that's more.
I've done that. It's fun.
Yeah, I was about to say that feels like something I should have done in high school, not
as
a 25-year-old adult.
I did it as a 22-year-old adult. Yeah, 22-year-old adult. That was my birthday that year.
Nice.
It was 2 years ago. Shit, almost 2.5. Fucking shit. That was 2.5 years ago. Fuck me.
Like for me, I don't know. Concerts have always been like a weird spot for me because I've kind of wanted to go to them, but I don't like crowded, loud places. So like a
just
bar,
I hate. Get seats up. Like, don't go for like the crowd area. Just get seats because you can just sit down and relax. And you don't have to Like, you don't have to get the other type of concert experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. Because that's something I've always thought about. I was like, I want to go, kind of. I want to listen to the band live, but at the same time,
more than I should have.
Is that Dayquil?
Yeah.
Okay. You're gonna have Dayquil now and then take Nyquil in like 4 hours?
No.
Okay.
But yeah, because it's every 4 hours, bro.
I guess.
Oh God. Shit's gross.
Yes, it is.
Dayquil is fucking awful.
Both of them are awful.
I'd rather drink Nyquil, dude. Because at least afterward, it doesn't taste so awful afterwards. Dayquil? He's god awful. Ugh. I hate that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just feel like you've had like 10 breath mints the rest of the time you're talking. It's just like...
that methyl, like,
Jesus.
feel almost.
Yeah, dude. How much does he put in there? Fuck.
Don't ask me. I'm not a medical professional.
Huh.
I'm not a pharmaceutical supplier. I'm trying to think of a clever segue. I'm not a person who was given a lot of money from in their bank account randomly. I don't know.
I mean, you weren't given a small loan of $1 million? That's...
No.
Okay, I do have to touch on one thing.
Okay.
Right?
So long as it's not... Go ahead.
It's potentially slightly political, but...
Oh.
Is it just me? Or is calling your son, her son together fucking batshit insane? Because you're talking about, let's say you're president of the United States and you want to ban flavored e-cigarettes, okay?
Okay.
And you got influenced by your wife,
Mm-hmm.
right? And as you're talking about it, you're talking about her, being an influence for it, and her son together.
Oh, instead of my son?
Yeah.
Oh. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't know. Like that, I didn't hear about that, but like, that'd be an interesting situation.
There's video of it. If you want to see it at some point, I can get it for you pretty quickly.
Okay. Just how would I feel if I was being addressed as like not the child of somebody?
Well, how would you feel if the president said that? Hint, hint, he did, but...
Yeah. I mean, well, I would think he's trying to distance himself from any relation, only because people keep questioning he's trying to make money in his own pockets with his presidency, when in fact his son's in charge of all of his businesses.
It's not that son.
Okay.
It's Barrett. It's the youngest.
Okay.
The one he had with Melania. It's just, I don't know.
I know so little about that man, and I'm so thankful.
Yeah, good for you. I'm proud of you.
Yeah,
there are certain people who manage to see like the tip of the iceberg and be like, I know enough. I'm just gonna keep walking.
I get to see some more. Like, I imagine that Trump is like a glacier, and what's happening is like. And I'm the ocean. What's happening is I see this glacier coming down and it's coming at me. And every once in a while, one of his tweets will break off and come into my area. And I'm like, this is all I need from you. You can stay away. Go away. So.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I think that was a decent analogy.
No, that was a good analogy. I appreciate it. That was as political as we're going to get today, honestly.
All right.
It's like, we don't normally get political on here, but there are occasional moments where there's just batshit insanity that you can't not talk about.
Oh yeah, like it's weird that like it's just being talked about like you're not even your own. He's not even my father. That hurts.
That's gotta hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
I mean, I love my wife. She's pretty cool, but her son is not the best.
It is. I talked about his other sons. Sorry, that's just a really easy joke to make about Eric Jr. there. So, yeah, that's as political as we're getting.
Okay.
I think it's time. I don't even know much about this story. Did you read much about this story?
I read that they were dumb with what they did with their money, but that's about it.
All right. It's time for the wacky news story.
Sometime. Gonna work on that.
Hey, I would love a version where it's 3 of us doing it on different keys.
Mm-hmm.
But that's never gonna happen because none of you guys are actually gonna fucking do it.
I would record. I got a mic right here.
So yeah,
Everything I buy.
oh, fuck off, Capital One. Couple gives given 100K on an accidental bank deposit, accused of spending spree. So,
Yeah.
police, Pennsylvania State Police said the couple spent their money on items like an SUV, a race car, 2 4-wheelers, and a camper. Damn, they're dumb.
Yes, that's the part that I wanted to talk about. Like, literally, even the part next to it that they gave their friends $15,000. Like, this was clearly a mistake from the get-go. And what's your first thought? I'm gonna spend all this money on useless dumb shit right here, right now. So they bought an SUV, a race car, 2 4-wheelers, a camper.
They paid bills, and giving your friends $15,000 is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I think
I would, like, I've talked about it. If I got a, fucking goddamn lottery win, I'd be like, hey guys, here's some money.
Mm-hmm.
Take care of yourselves for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. But like, sure, like the idea seems cool, but like, I am too much of a skeptic to be like, oh, suddenly I have $120,000 in my account. Let's spend it all in a day. Like, I think if you keep going down the article, it says that they ended up spending $107,000 before the police contacted them.
Well, I will also say, the bank's saying it's their fault that they didn't repay. The bank. Okay, I'm kind of on their side a little bit because
It's mixed here.
the bank shouldn't accidentally put $120,000 fucking dollars into someone's account.
Mm-hmm.
That shouldn't happen, but it did. And then just blaming them for it's like, hey, you got to pay that back. I know we put the money in your account, and it was an accident, but you need to pay for it.
Like, when I think about this, like, that money obviously belongs to somebody, even if it belongs just to the bank and it was an accident. Like, I can't, like, I would love that to be my life, but I would probably be like, what's going on here? Because they even say it in the article, like, why wouldn't you call the bank and double check why there's this money suddenly?
Well, that's
like,
not in this version of the article, probably the longer one.
Okay, yeah, there's like,
This is like the
why?
TLDR.
Mm-hmm. And the police also were like, most people, when they're like, we've had cases at this bank where random people have accidentally had money get into their account.
Wait, it's happened before?
At least one other time.
Then this is on the bank. 100%. If this has happened more than once at the bank, it's on the bank.
See, I would switch banks.
No, don't switch banks. There's a chance you'll get $120,000 in your account.
But then you'll not have to keep it, and then if you try to
Oh,
spend
dude,
any
if
of
I
that
was
money,
the judge in this situation, I'd go on their side on this. I'm sorry. Is there something in the contract saying that if money ends up in your account that wasn't supposed to be there, you have to pay it back?
I have no idea.
If there isn't something that says that, as a judge, I'd kind of be like, well, you kind of fucked up. Like, can you blame them? I feel like I would have done something similar. As a judge, that's something you got to think about, right? Because, like, if there isn't something that in the law or in the contracts that they sign that says that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't really hold them to it. Mind you, going through those extensive contracts that sometimes are just click here. Real pains in the ass. That's why people do it for professional reasons. But, like, dude.
I'm trying to, like...
It's on the bank.
Yeah. I would say yes, but, like, still. If you were given $120,000, sure, you could spend some of it on paying bills and giving money to friends. But then would you go out and buy all of the other ridiculous stuff that they bought?
No, I'd maybe
well?
buy a car. At
Like-
max. I wouldn't buy 3. I'll admit, a little overboard. But at the same time, they obviously wanted to just enjoy life.
Mm-hmm.
ATV and a camper, they just wanted to go out and enjoy the outdoors, man. I can't blame them for that at the same time.
See, like, with me, the first thing, maybe I would have paid off all my bills, but then still, the bank would have come to me and been like, hey, we want that money. I would have been like, hey, it's gone. I can't get it back. It's in the government's hands now, so we can sign up for a loan for the amount that I used, but, like, that's it, man. That's all I got.
See, for me, I would have just set myself up. I would have been like, hey, don't got it. I've invested it in these things. I'm not able to sell these things because they're in use. I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm not sure that's how that would work, but...
Get a house.
I mean,
all right, that's what I'm saying.
felony theft charges. Somehow, because of the bank's mistake, they're being charged with felony theft. So...
That's such bullshit. That's not their fault. The bank put money in their account.
Mm-hmm.
The bank.
What if what if there's a part of the story we're missing? What if this was somebody else's money that was just, instead of being put into the proper account, it was put into this person's account? So it's like this person
Isn't that
suing,
still on the bank?
probably, but
Like, that's still the bank's fault. Like, that shouldn't happen.
it depends on which bank. Like the BB&T. What is BB&T? Were they one of the banks that were bought out by the government when they were falling apart, or like were they one of the ones that were given those grants?
Is a personal. They look like a Wells Fargo from their websites.
BB&T. Let's see.
You're pulling up their website here. Hello. Yeah, this looks like Wells Fargo right here.
BlackBerry.
I mean, this looks like a bank that should have their shit together. Their website's put together pretty well for a bank.
Does it say what region? I'm interested. Locations. Where are these locations? Where could I find? Okay, so they're in the Alabama, DC, Florida, Georgia, Indianapolis, Kentucky, North Carolina. So yeah, they're back east, southeast area.
Oh,
So-
and Pennsylvania, apparently.
Doubled our marketing budget last summer.
So,
I'm sorry,
they're-
this is on the bank, dude. They're a big chain.
sure. They'll say it's their fault in this. I'll agree with you. Yeah. And they I don't know, like, because then weren't there these kind of problems when we went through the Great Depression where like people were trying to draw their money out of the banks, but there was no money in the banks? So
Well, that was because how the banks were set up at the time. Banks had a certain, like, the Depression actually kind of happened on a fluke. Because someone decided to go into a bank and be like, hey, I need to withdraw all my money. And the banks only had a certain amount of money in their banks at a time. So once they ran out, people started to panic. And then other people started to go to other banks and start withdrawing their stuff. And then you crash the market because the banks don't have any money in their accounts anymore.
Mhm.
Because banks take your money and invest them. That's how they make money. You're essentially sharing your money with someone else
Yeah,
without making any profit.
Yeah, your money is making somebody else profit, but they will tell you you still have this money, and eventually be like, okay, here's the money that you have collected that we've been using for you. I mean, for ourselves. I mean, for you. I mean, we haven't been using it all.
And the fact that like if you don't do certain things, they charge you for it.
Yeah, like I think I'm banked with Wells Fargo, which
same.
I
feel like I need to change.
I've been thinking that too, and part of the reasoning is when you have a full-on account, like I don't yet for some reason. Like they still have me under a college account, which I'm fine with. I'm fine with that. They don't charge me for it. But if I were to get like a supposedly full-on adult account, they would charge like $300 a month. Or no, they would charge you $35 a month if you don't have more than $300 in each one of your accounts.
Jesus Christ. Mine is really funky because I get charged if I don't have a certain amount of money in my 2 other accounts. I get charged. And I also have to have the other 2 accounts or else I start to have like other fees. And it's like,
yeah,
it's why Wells Fargo got the shit beat out of them in the court system before. Deservedly. And honestly, I just need to change banks.
Yeah, it feels like to me what they're doing is they're trying to make the money move around a lot, so it's harder to see what they're doing with it.
Potentially, yeah. Well, and I don't like banks. I wish I could just do stuff with cash, but it's half the shit I need to do. I need a card, dude.
It's because it's weird. Like sometimes you're trying to buy things and it's weird. Like I want to buy this mattress for my bed. So here's literally $2,000 I've been carrying on my person in cash that anybody can use. Like that's dangerous.
It is.
So,
if you
but
have
you
it for
could
more
still
than
have,
like 2 hours, I'd say.
Yeah, but like you could still have a debit card which has more than $1 million on it, but most people are like, that's a piece of plastic. It's unassuming. It's hard to tell what's really in there. So is it really worth robbing this person? Like,
I don't know, dude. I don't like banks, and this is another reason why I don't like banks. This thing over here, like that's on the bank, dude. $120,000 just accidentally put into someone's account. Like, even if it's someone else's money, that's on the fucking bank.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. There's no 2 ways about it for me.
You stole our money that we gave you.
Right? When you put it like that.
Why didn't you turn yourself in for the money that we gave you? God, what are you doing? You stole from us.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jesus Christ. I hate that. I don't know. That just seems so fucking just bullshittery. Like a way to make an extra buck off of some chaps too. Like, the fuck.
I mean, anyway, there's some shady stuff that happens with big companies. Like, for instance, I don't know many people have heard this. I'm pretty sure I've talked about it before, but like asthma, I don't know the name of the company that like produces most asthma medications, but there's like, it's kind of like the glasses company. There's I think it's De Beers.
Oh, yeah, that like owns all glasses companies pretty much.
Exactly. It's kind of the same thing with asthma medication. There's one company that owns all the different companies of asthma corporations, and like this big asthma medication corporation has been spending all of their excess money and funding coal and oil companies. It's like things that actively pollute the air that the people that they provide medication to. So
I wonder why.
Because they need to get money in there for that medication that people are buying. So, like,
man, it's almost if we had clear air, they wouldn't need that.
Exactly. It's shady stuff that companies do just to make more money.
I feel like we've kind of gone full circle. Because we were talking about companies that, like, do stuff behind closed doors and then end up losing, like, other people and stuff like that. And now we're talking about other corporations that do stuff that, you know, behind closed doors with the money and own everything.
I don't have that function in my tattoo keyboard. I'm sorry.
F13.
Print screen. F13. Print.
I don't have an
Yeah, I don't
F13.
get it.
Sorry, Frankie.
Yeah, I don't get it. I'm sorry, Frankie.
But you're joining us at the tail end because it's gonna be it's a shorter night tonight because I'm dying.
Yeah, what else do we want to talk about? Because it kind of feels like we're already reaching the end of our rope.
I think so. That's why I was saying the full circle joke because that's usually how we end.
That's
the
how we
show.
always end the shows. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's almost like
Good.
that should be something we talk about.
It's a cyclical series.
But I think
Merch.
that's what we're gonna call it tonight. Because I still need to eat tonight too.
Does food sounds good?
I don't know what F13 is. Other than a jet, right? F13 is a jet.
Friday the 13th tattoos.
Oh, Jesus.
Because tomorrow is the 13th, and and it's a full moon, by the way. So if you're into that astrology stuff, it's Friday the 13th on the full moon. Yeah. At least Mercury's not in retrograde, or else it'd be a really hard time. Oh, wait.
I have no idea what you just said there.
I honestly don't. Apparently, some people believe that the position of the stars and the moon can affect your personality. So, like, if Mercury is on a chain where it's getting further and further away from Earth, it's in retrograde, which apparently can make people clumsier. And I don't know what the other word is, but when it gets closer, people are usually better and more understanding, supposedly. As I've been told by a bunch of single mothers at my photo studio.
Alrighty, and on that note, thank you all for watching tonight. I've been your host, DorkyDev, joined by Srekcuf. You can follow us or subscribe over on YouTube. It is where we upload all these videos, and at some point we plan to have some exclusive stuff over there, which will be kind of cool. Unique stuff, sort of. So you can check it out
Eventually.
there. You can follow us on Twitter, keeps you updated with all of our content. And you can join the Discord, because, yeah, that's a thing that we just need to get better about using, honestly. And make sure to follow us here on Twitch, where we have all of our shows live, 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Bye. Peaceful Dev says goodbye.